it's Michaela with your Everyday Woman. So, look a little messy today, just kind of got the mom thing going on. But I did want to go ahead and do a 1 week postpartum update. So far this last week has actually been pretty good. I think after having a baby the second time around, it feels more natural versus having the first one, just because I don't think there's as much of that learning curve. As far as nights go, so far things are pretty good. She's, you know, she'll sleep on and off. We're still kind of trying to figure that out. But as far as like my personal exhaustion goes, I don't feel like I'm a zombie this time around. I think it's just because I've kind of been doing this for the last 2 years anyway. So baby's doing good. Big sister's loving life right now. We're still, you know, we're in a little bit of a learning curve because now we're trying to figure out life with a toddler and a newborn. But other than that, as far as they go, they're doing great. As far as me, we were in the hospital for 2 nights, mostly because baby, just because we had her so late in the day that we just didn't want to drive all the way home at like 8 o'clock at night with a newborn. So we went ahead and got discharged around 10 o'clock on, I believe it was the 26th. Overall, it took me about a week to really recover. Finally, like the last 2 or 3 days, I've been feeling pretty good. But I did tear. I think it was a 1st degree tear. I only had a couple of sutures, which I did feel because I completely went natural with the birth. Not my original plan, but definitely not something I did not plan either. So I have been dealing with some pain there, hemorrhaging. Those hemorrhoids were horrible. The first couple of nights when I finally got both my girls to sleep, I was up, and because I was just in so much pain from the stitches, the hemorrhaging, the swelling, it all really just kind of hurt. I did go ahead and take a sitz bath, so basically I could just have a water bath without anything else in it, and that did relieve the pain. My parents were able to help me with the girls in the middle of the night, and we've been staying there just kind of adjusting. So we were able to do that. They took the girls. I had taken, I think I took 2, maybe 3 baths total, and by that point I was able to feel better with enough like ibuprofen and hemorrhoid cream and things like that. But I had a really rough first couple of days as far as my physical recovery went. And then once I felt like the hemorrhaging and the stitches started to heal up a little bit better, then I got the really bad like cramps, like the contractions, to where it feels like there's like trapped gas, but there's really nothing to help with that. So I was in a lot of really intense pain, to the point to where my parents did have to take over for me again and kind of take over the girls for a little while. And honestly, I probably should have just been more on top of pain meds because I didn't think I needed them. But yeah, that intense like cramping, like it felt almost worse than dealing with the contractions as I was trying to push baby out. And so that was excruciating. A heating pad didn't work, a shower or a bath didn't work, nothing worked. And I was dealing with that kind of in conjunction with dealing with the hemorrhoids and stitches, although that part did kind of go away towards then. But it was just kind of like the littlest of pains felt excruciating at the time. I did choose not to breastfeed. By the time we had gotten home, well, that second night in the hospital, baby girl would not let go of me, so she had literally been on my boobs for 8 hours straight. So between that and then the next day, I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna bottle feed, give my nipples a rest, and then maybe we'll try breastfeeding again. My milk had came in later for that day we got home, and I decided to try and breastfeed again that night, and then it just kind of got to the point where it was just too much, because I was leaking, I was still in a lot of pain, and I had bottle fed my 2-year-old for 2.5 years until we finally got her weaned. And I loved it. She's thriving. I don't have a problem with it. And I decided that since there has been, there's been a lot of like stressful things going on my life anyway. Why do I want to stress over trying to breastfeed when I know bottle feeding works? So did I take the easy way out? Yeah, I did, but the reality is I just want to enjoy being, like, my child being in the first 2 weeks of life. The first little while, like with Abby, I didn't enjoy the first 2 weeks. They were a blur because she was having tummy troubles and I was trying to breastfeed, and it just ended up not working out anyway. So I just kind of decided that I just want to enjoy this part here without having to worry about trying to breastfeed my child when, again, I know there's an alternative that works just fine. So once I gave her the bottle for the first time, I was so happy. It felt so natural to me. I didn't stress, I didn't do anything, and now I'm able to just relax. It's been great. She hasn't had any tummy troubles except for the part where she eats like a pig, and sometimes she overeats and it makes her sick to her stomach. But other than that, no indications of having any lactate issues or anything like that, or lactose intolerance issues. So her stomach's been fine, aside from the fact that she occasionally overeats. And she's burping good. She's doing everything she really needs to do. So I am happy with my decision to bottle feed, and if you guys would like a video based on my decision to do that, please let me know. I will gladly go ahead and share more of that experience, since that is what I am choosing to do for a second time. So yeah, postpartum wise, trying to think, I don't think there's too much else that went on. I know it's only been a week, but I'm like trying to fit back into my pre-pregnancy clothes because I know how fast I typically will bounce back from things like that, and it's not working. And I know I'm like, okay, you know, it's still, you know, even for me being as skinny as I am, it still takes a couple of months for my body to get back into shape again. So, I mean, overall, I'm anxious to get back into my pre-pregnancy clothes. Unfortunately, that's just not going to happen yet. But I will go ahead and do a postpartum baby belly shot. So here we are, 7 days after baby is here. I don't feel like I changed too much in the last week. Even the nurses were kind of telling me that I did bounce back pretty fast immediately. But still, I'm like wanting the rest of that to go down even more. So my pre-pregnancy weight is actually 97 pounds. I went up to like 126.8 at my heaviest. And so now I don't know where I'm at, honestly. Keeping 10 pounds for me would probably be a good thing. I tried doing that with Abby and I went right back down to my pre-pregnancy weight. So yeah, I've got some expectations there. I kind of know a little bit more what to expect, but who knows, my body may react differently. So I wouldn't mind keeping 10 pounds on me, getting myself up to like 110-ish, instead of being, you know, so petite that it, you know, I don't want to look like I'm unhealthy. I mean, if I'm, you know, back down to my pre-pregnancy weight, but I still look like I've not skin and bones, I'm okay with it. I know I did keep a little bit of belly, even though I was 97 pounds after I had Abby. So, you know, I want to look proportionate. I'm not overly worried about doing like a postpartum workout. I'm trying to get down to this, that, and the other. I just kind of want to look like I'm a healthy human being and not so, not skinny to the point to where it just looks unhealthy. I will go ahead and link a video that I did about a year ago that was talking about me being so skinny and struggling with eating, which this time around it doesn't seem to be too much of a struggle. But if you guys would like an additional video or an updated video on my struggles with that and being as skinny as I am, please let me know. I will go ahead and do that as well. But so yeah, overall, I mean, I just, like I said, I want to look like I'm a healthy human being. I don't want to, you know, I mean, if I happen to lose all the weight, then I lose all the weight. If I happen to keep 10 pounds, honestly, I wouldn't mind that at all. So yeah, now that you know a little bit of my weight story, I know that, you know, I know that I'm a petite person, so I know I don't have any room to complain about anything, and believe me, I'm not complaining. I'm just stating the facts of, you know, kind of where I ideally would like to be more long term, a couple months down the road. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this video. I do want to state that I'm going to keep exposure of my children more limited, just because I want this channel here, I kind of want to be a little bit more about like me and what I'm going through as a wife and a mother, just to kind of respect my kids' privacy. So just kind of the way with things have been with my channel more lately anyway, is I just kind of want to keep my kids' exposure to the camera more on the DL and not so much directly exposed. So I will be showing very limited context of my children and just more about what I do as a wife and a mother, and keeping just myself on camera. But I mean, if they pop up, they pop up. You get a cute little face every once in a while, and that's just the reality of being a mother. So anyway, with that, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any more additional requests, please let me know. I've got a couple of videos pre-filmed from when I was pregnant that I will have hopefully uploaded soon, if not before this video. I'm not quite sure what the order is going to go in yet. But anyway, I will see you in the next video. God bless and bye, guys.